Hello teacher, how are you? I hope that you are well in your home. In that occasion I will explain about 6 American literature movements in order to understand one by one. Okay, the first one is the Age of Faith, that was based on religions and also in the church. The Middle Age was absolutely an age of faith. Everything from architecture, art, literature and music was based on a religious aspect. Some important characteristics are: the main religion of Europe in the Middle Ages was Christianity. While the country was falling apart in a political way, the religious part of the country was confident and strong. The power of the church was used in many good ways, and also the observance of track of God showed their power because they made laws that they were obeyed and led to peace. The Turks and Arabs were attacking and conquering the lands of the Christians in order to have more people that could be part of this. All of this shows the faith, confidence, and belief they have in God, making the Middle Ages an age of faith. Another important moment is the Age of Reason, that was based on ideas and how they saw the environment. Age of Reason was an intellectual and philosophical movement that dominated the world of ideas in Europe during the 18th century. Some important characteristics are: many Americans expressed their thoughts and feelings in newspapers of the time, and also they used some poetry and some fictions in order to present their ideas. They wrote poems and essays on the issues about the problems that they were living in the British government. These essays, poems, etc. were printed up in a broad size in order to present in a anonymous way, avoiding put the name of the people that wrote it. Some beliefs: people could discover the truth about the meaning of life by reason alone. Also, the natural world, human nature, and social institutions are governed by universal laws. On the other hand, we have the Transcendentalism, that is another movement in the literature. 18th century movements of writers and philosophers in New England who were lawfully bound together by adherence to an idealistic system of thought based on a belief in the essential unity of all the creation. Some characteristics are that the Transcendentalism originated in the area around Concord, Massachusetts. In their religion class, the Transcendentalists rejected the conventions of 18th century thought. Some beliefs: everyone is essentially good. Truth can be discovered through personal experience. They believe that if you was exposed to the environment, you can discover your own experience. Then we have the Romanticism, that is another movement that was based on art and how can you present in a beautiful way the literature. It was an artistic and intellectual movement which took place in Europe between the late 18th and middle 19th centuries. Some characteristics are: an emphasis on emotional and imaginative spontaneity, the importance of self-expression and individual feeling, emphasis on the imagination as positive and creative faculty, and interest in primitive forms of art. It was one of the most beautiful movements in literature. Beliefs: imagination is superior to reason, devotion to beauty, the love of and worship of nature. Then we have the Realism, that was based on real things or in real art, avoiding the Idealism. Realism is recognized as the first modern movement in art, which rejects traditional forms of art, literature, and social organization. Some characteristics are realist artists include general scenes of rural and urban working class life, scenes of street life, thus in their figure drawing and figure painting. Realism portrayed surreal people, no idealized types. Belief. Philosophically, realism embraced the progressive aims of modernism, seeking new truths through the re-examination and overturning of traditional systems of beliefs and beliefs. Then we have the naturalism that was based on the environment. It's a literary genre that started as a movement in the late 19th century in literature, film, theater, and art. Some characteristics are: naturalism suggests a philosophical pessimism in which writers use scientific techniques to depict human beings as objective and impartial characters. Naturalism concludes that natural force predetermine a character's decisions, making him or her act in a particular way. The beliefs. Naturalism writers believe that anything that happened could be traced to genetic or environmental causes, and characters will act in scientific ways according to these principles. In philosophy, naturalism is the belief that only natural laws and forces govern the world rather than any sort of supernatural or spiritual forces. Okay, this is all.